Unleash the fury, light the fuse, it's the hot tag! There's no turning back from the wrestling news!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hot Tag, DJ Zodiac Podcast's take on topics in professional wrestling. We will not be doing the formal or informal introductions because you know who these fuckers are. Psycho Nerd, Sir Charles. The topic today I want to talk about, and you would think it'd be what the fuck are you doing? Are you like playing with fire? You caveman?
He's on fire.
This is the hot tag, right?
The yeah, wow. Put your hand on it, see how hot it really is.
No, thank you.
Today we're going to talk about a topic that came up, I think it was a week or two ago. A gentleman from TKO was at some conference in Alabama, and it was confirmed that creative is being run not by WWE's creative, but by TKO, which would explain the product the last year and a half, 2 years. So the question and the debate I want to pose to both you gentlemen is this. Did the selling of WWE to TKO, was it a good idea or was it one of the worst ideas ever? I'm going to start with Psycho. I know he's adamant. What's your take on this?
I think that is a definite yeah. I think they done fucked up. And I think the last couple of years with WrestleMania and, well, not so much last year. They did pretty all right last year. But this year, between the horrible booking that's been going on, that ties into all the firings that just happened recently. It ties in with all that. The ticket prices to WrestleMania, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. Seriously, the ticket prices were ridiculous. I think it was a really bad idea. I think that the longer this goes on with them having their finger in everything that's going on with ticket pricing and the sales, the fact that we're doing WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia next year. Yeah, I'm going to bring that up because did you see the press conference? I'm sure we all did. All those superstars, save for maybe one, they did not look happy. No. None of them did. Especially the women. The women that looked like the soul just got sucked out of their hearts.
I don't blame them because we all know the history there. They've gotten better. They've gotten better about it, but
which is fine. But here's my thing with that: if you're going to have WrestleMania overseas, why doesn't England get one?
London,
seriously, why doesn't the UK get it?
London has been wanting a WrestleMania for years.
They had SummerSlam over there years ago, and they had a great main event between the British Bulldog and Bret Hart. It killed. Why don't they get a fucking WrestleMania? If anybody deserves it outside the U.S. and Canada, they deserve it. Yeah. So why are we giving it to Saudi Arabia?
Yep. Anything you want to add to that, Charles? And again, be as blunt as possible. No restrictions here.
Be as Charles as you possibly can be, sir.
I love it.
Yeah. I'm going to have to disagree with both of you. Number one, it was the greatest idea ever. Because you take a look at it, before we joined UFC was making more money. They had a bigger earning. And WWE could learn from it. Now, Vince going ahead and selling it because he knew he was on the hot take. He was having so much side pussy. He needed to go ahead and get out of it as quickly as he can while lining his pockets. He did the great job. And TKO, basically, they have revolutionized wrestling. They've made it so profitable now that they can go ahead and afford to pay the wrestlers less and their CEOs more. That's the way it should be. That's how business is done. And the people that want to have...
You're praising them for being the equivalent in wrestling to what Donald Trump is doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So basically what it is, for WrestleMania, listen, if you want to host WrestleMania, well, you need to prove to us that you have the ability to host it. And the only way to do that is to open up your pocketbooks, because that's how you get wrestling. Now, going overseas, going over to Saudi Arabia, listen, Sami Zayn was going ahead and pitching that whole idea, and they do whatever Sami wants. So that's what you go ahead and take a look at. You got to have some wrestling impact from that region. Sami fits that bill right there. He'd love to go back. He's probably going to be champion when he does go back. So that's definitely going to go ahead and bring in a ton of money. And they have a great facility over there that they built in like 12 hours. So they'll be able to go ahead and hold that WrestleMania right there. I mean, it's just great. So the fact, I think that selling to UFC and merging with TKO, greatest idea ever. And everybody bitching about the ticket prices. Listen, you can't afford to go. That's just the plain and simple fact. Just like people can't afford to go to Disney. You got to save up and you got to make sure that you go to that WrestleMania for that 3-hour span that you have, night one, night two, because you're not going to be able to afford both. You can only do one or two. So you need to save up for that 5 or 6 years. Hopefully, it's in an area that you can fly to, and then you can go. And that would be that moment that will live forever. It's going to make it more worth it. Instead of just going to every WrestleMania, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to go ahead and travel to every WrestleMania and spend, a fraction of the ticket cost because it doesn't mean as much. This one will mean more because you're spending the life savings of your kids and college fund to go see a once in a lifetime opportunity. And you'll treasure it more because your kids will be bagging groceries for the rest of their lives, knowing that they witnessed an incredible moment at WrestleMania.
I smell sarcasm here.
Good cop,
Big
bad
time.
cop is what this is. Good cop, bad cop. Somebody has to be the counter. I get it. I totally get it. So
yeah. And the whole time with insulting the ring intelligence there by getting all these ads on there, I think is a great idea. Listen, a lot of people watch wrestling. You want them to go ahead and force feed you ads. Putting Slim Jim on the tables definitely is a great idea. It's genius. Putting in little itty bitty trademarks and logos around the corner of the ring and everything. Nobody cares that you're wrestling on those things. As a matter of fact, if you have a big Dodge Ram right in the middle of the ring and they do an RKO right there, you just got RKO'd by a Ram. That right there, that's a great tagline. You're selling at least another 1,000 trucks. At least, just because your logo got RKO'd on. It's great. It really is. And on top of it, there's just so much money flowing through TKO right now. It's not going to stop. That is a well-oiled machine. It is a well-oiled machine. This company will be on top forever and ever and ever. And you know what? You can raise the prices to $1 million for nosebleed tickets. They're going to pay it. They're going to pay it. It's just a simple fact of life, like LA Knight would say. It's a fact of life. You raise prices as high as you want. People will go in, max out their debit cards, mortgage their house, sell their house for crying out loud to go see WrestleMania. That's it.
Jane, you ignorant slut.
Oh, stop talking about Becky that way. I mean, listen.
You dirty dick motherfucker. No, here's my take on this whole thing. I understand that prices are going up. Inflation's a bitch. I get that. I understand that. But when your CEO is making $64 million and they're griping they're not making any money, I think, why are CEOs making that much fucking money? Seriously. Why do they got to have all this fucking money? Seriously.
Because they're the ones that are putting all this shit together. You don't realize CEOs don't just go to bed at 2 a.m. and get up at 2 p.m. just to do 15 minutes of work and not expect to get paid. Come on now.
Yeah, no. I think everybody in the company is overpaid, starting with the wrestlers all the way up. And this not just in wrestling. This is a sports problem that people are being paid way too much fucking money, and the product is not what it should be. And
well, wait a second. How can you justify the fact that wrestlers are overpaid? As a matter of fact, I think they're underpaid. You're getting an average wrestling salary of anywhere between $2 to $6 million. Number one, these guys are taking hits. These guys don't have the health insurance. They have to pay out of pocket for this. That's the one thing I see bad at TKO is they need to make 100% health insurance ever and then pay them double. Because listen, I can't afford a 4,000, 5,000 square foot mansion for my wife and 2 kids. I need a bigger mansion. I need to go ahead and have at least a $10 to $15 million mansion with a nice big, at least a 3-acre yard for my kids to play around. I can't do that on a $4 million budget. I'm sorry. I need more money.
Okay. A lot of sarcasm in that, but that's fine. I get it.
No, there totally is. I get it. And it's just
somebody
has
to be the counter, and I get that.
But so that's probably the mentality of a lot of these people. I'm not, it could be.
I agree. Yeah. Agreed.
And
it's like, you know what?
I am expecting a call from TKO so I can be part of the board.
Fuck.
I'll be a part of creative. I think we could do a much better job than what the fuck they're doing.
100% better, but they're not. And I'm okay taking a minimum salary. All I'm doing is throwing ideas out there. If you want to pay me 6 figures, I'm okay with it. I don't need to make $7.5 billion a year. It'd be nice, but I don't deserve it. And I don't think, and again, I'm not just saying professional wrestlers. I'm talking about all sports. These overpaid clowns, they're overpaid. I get it. There's no health insurance. You know what? That's on you. You knew the risks going into whatever sport you went into, that there was a possibility of injury. You knew this.
It's true.
So you should have planned ahead. That's on you, not on the company.
It's the same thing with wrestling. That's exactly what wrestling is. You're constantly moving around, picking people up, getting thrown around, falling, taking falls.
Yep.
That you knew what you were getting into when you started training. So
100%. But these two gentlemen have given their take on the acquisition of WWE by TKO. But we want to know what you guys think about the be as specific and not as sarcastic. I'm looking at you, Charles.
you get the reference.
I do.
You get it.
But comment below what you think. Do you think it was a good idea, or should they have kept WWE as an independent company, or should they have been bought out by TKO? Give us your comments. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow not just the Hot Tag, which has its own little playlist, but also the John Zodiac podcast, the greatest podcast you never heard of. Like, subscribe, follow. Also, make sure you follow these two gentlemen's podcasts, The Real Movie Viewer, and of course, The Charles Richardson Show. With that being said, this has been the first real episode of the Hot Take. The last one was just us complaining about the Finn Balor fumble on the Demon. But this is the first real episode of the Hot Take. The Hot Tag. Sorry. We will have more down the road. But until then, we want to thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.